Yo, what is good, fellas, and hope you boys are all having a fantastic day. We got some things we got to talk about this morning in Madden 25. Before we get there, if you guys have not already, go down there and drop a like, and if you are new around here, we do post 3 daily Madden Ultimate Team videos, just like this one, each and every single day. Oh, and by the way, the Commanders want to play a football game last night, and we are officially up. Now, today's Monday, and we have the first drop of AKA icons. Before we get there, we will have the official content schedule for this week going live at noon. Now, this content schedule matters for a few reasons. 1, it's cool to see what content we have dropping, but 2, if we see 94 overall Reduxs on the schedule, which I think we will, you can 110% guarantee that 95 overall limited times will go down in price. We don't even have to know what cards are getting Redux. I've talked on the channel about a few different possibilities on what EA could do with these cards. I think they might drop them in waves, but if we see Reduxs on the content schedule, we all know it's going to be 94 overalls. If you have any of these 94 overall limited times and you are watching this video before noon, please sell them off. This has been my one big thing I've been trying to get you guys to do for the last few nights. Let's say you have an Ed Reed 1.9, 1.8 million coins. Please move on from him. William Perry, 1.1 million coins on a fullback to begin with is a little bit iffy. Cooper DeJean is one of the more expensive ones. It becomes a little bit more of a conversation when you have some of the cheaper present players that are still very good, like a Brian Thomas, Christian Gonzalez. Some of these cards I might continue to hold on to, and not because they're going to go up in price, but just because the value you have for them, it's not worth selling them off, and I think their Redux will sell for a very similar price. These cards are not bad, but Ed Reed will not be selling for 1.9 million coins come this time next week, so capitalize while you can. And of course, this afternoon, we do have the first drop of AKA icons. Few questions I have been seeing a lot about these AKAs. These are going to be completely different from the first drop of AKAs we have received. It's going to have its own new solo challenges. It's going to have its own new tokens. So no, I don't think you can reuse the tokens and the new sets. You should be able to claim another free champion. Of course, EA hasn't confirmed this anywhere. All we know are the cards we are getting. But anytime we get the revival, we'll call it, of the AKA promo, it's literally a copy and paste from the first time we had it. Then EA likes to change up a few things. This year, they're changing up the color scheme. It's green now. Vintage LTDs are returning, so if I had to guess, you will be able to pull these cards out of these sets. This was one of the cooler things EA decided to bring in for this year's AKAs. This has been a very good coin making method well after the AKA promo, and I do expect it to be very good for AKA icons. We'll take a look at the cards here at the end of the video because I am very excited for AKAs. If you guys didn't know, AKA is one of my personal favorite promos we get every single year, so anytime EA is bringing it back, you know I am excited for that one. Right, so this is not nearly as good as AKAs, but the road to the Super Bowl mode is still not working. Guys, if you go in here and you'll get your Super Bowl pack, do not open it. I have seen probably 40 comments this morning alone of people opening up their road to Super Bowl pack for winning the Super Bowl and not getting Rasul Douglas. My best advice about this is don't play it, but if you want to play it and you win the Super Bowl, please don't open the pack. You're going to get a pack. It's going to give you the Rasul Douglas, except it's not giving you the Rasul Douglas. I don't know if you're going to receive a make right for this. I would assume yes. Then again, knowing EA, you never know what they are going to do. So please, 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 if you win the Super Bowl in this mode and you get the pack that gives you Rasul Douglas, do not open it. I'll give you guys the all clear on here, on my Twitter, everywhere else you guys can find me, but not right now. Do not open it. I guess the only good part of all of this is wins are officially tracking and people can play the games. I've seen a lot of error messages when people try to boot up games. My wins weren't tracking, so I've stayed away from this mode. There is no matchmaking elo in this mode as well, so if you get pretty lucky, it could be a fairly easy run to your Super Bowl pack. But again, get that pack, do not open it, hold on to it in your items because I don't know if Rasul Douglas is going to be in the packs. It really is like 50-50. I've seen people open up the pack and get Douglas, but then I've also seen people get the Super Bowl pack and nothing be in there. So again, my best advice, just hold on to it. There really is no rush. This is happening to everybody, and just play it safe. I want to quickly touch on Season 5 because I've been seeing this conversation a lot. You have to do your dailies to finish off your Season Field Pass. We don't get enough weekly XP as well as program XP to finish off the Field Pass. You have to do your dailies. Now, you don't have to do your dailies every single day. If I had to guess, out of the 40 days we have Season 5, let's say, you probably have to do your dailies like 28, 27 times. And even then, that might be pushing it, but you do have to do your dailies. So if you play Madden today, if you play Madden tomorrow or the next day and you log on, the first thing you need to do are your daily challenges. It's very simple, and just get them done. The week 2 season 5 objectives, these will be going live on Wednesday. I have no idea what they're going to be, but it should be fairly similar to what we have right now. You got to do these to finish off your field pass. I always say this every time we talk about the field pass, but the premium field pass is the best $15 you can spend in this game. If you want to spend money in MUT, definitely rock with the premium pass. And I'm pretty sure that's everything we got with season 5. Season tickets I would hold on to until Thursday. Got a feeling part 2 of the playoff promo is going to be elite, and anytime we have good limited times in the packs, that is when I recommend you guys open up your boom or bust pack. Please don't spend your season tickets on upgrade tokens. The season 5 players aren't usable today, so I want you guys to think how usable these cards will be when we get the 96 overall upgrade token in 37 days. They're gonna be terrible. Okay, so let's talk market right now, because I'm sure somewhere in the title of this video it said market crash coming, and I do think there is going to be a market crash. The playoff part 1 players, they are going to get cheaper come Thursday. It happens literally every time we have multi-part promos. The first drop promo players always start super high, and then by the time that second week comes around, they always go down. I want you guys to think back to part 1 of Zero Chill, the CeeDee Lamb, the Kyle Hamilton, whatever other player we got with part 1. They were selling for upwards of 650,000 coins, and by the time literally 1 week passed, they were all down to 450,000 coins, and I expect the exact same thing to happen to these playoff cards. Few reasons this happens: 1, we just get more cards; 2, part 2 typically brings better cards; and 3, more people are going to be pulling these cards, playing the game. They are just in the game for a longer period of time. So the more people that have the cards, the more people that pull the cards, supply versus demand, it doesn't match up. If I had to guess, all of these cards will probably be around 400,000 coins. Maybe the ones that are around 400k right now will go under 400k, but there is no way Nico Collins is going to be selling for 527,000 coins literally come Thursday. So if you have any of these cards, especially the more expensive ones, so like Nakobe Dean, Nico Collins, honestly, even like a Xavier McKinney, of course, Quinn Menres, I'm sure Andrew Wiley is expensive, I would move on from them pretty much as soon as you can. They're only going to get cheaper. And if this content schedule has, let's say, a Team Builders or a Team Diamond, I would already expect these cards to go down. If you were watching this video before the content schedule goes live, please capitalize on this as soon as you can. Speaking of the other 94 overall just non-LTD cards, I think these probably will go down as well. Of course, the holo variant of the Campus Hero cards won't, but your typical Campus Hero players, these probably will get a little bit cheaper. If you guys want a solid value quarterback, Trevor Lawrence is your guy. By the way, got a really good ability stack. The 93 overall Zero Chill players is where I want to talk about next, because these cards are going to go cheaper. Not saying sell them off, because the value what they're going for right now is just absolutely insane. The fact that you can get RG3 for under 300,000 coins is disgusting work. But just know, these cards are going to continue to go down in price. So if you were somebody who runs a value team or somebody who is just picking up the game, I would look to pick up some of these champions to use on your team. They are all pretty much top tier players in the game. Obviously, some are better than others, and just look at the stats or ask me down in the comment section. I can easily let you guys know who I think is better. But these are very good cards. Some of the best value for... It's going to be the best value for a minute. The fact that Nico Collins is selling for 500,000 coins and a card like, where is Calvin Johnson, who I think is better, is selling for 170,000 coins less, is... It doesn't make sense. There's really no reason to go out there and pick up Nico Collins when Calvin Johnson is sitting right there. Of course, unless you run a Texans theme team. Quickly before we move on to MUT.GG, for those of you wondering what the playoff part 2 promo is going to look like, it's going to be the teams who won this weekend. Obviously, there is still one more game to go, but if your team or your theme team won a game this last weekend, they will be getting more cards. If I had to guess, the teams who lost, they will not be receiving any new cards. So the deeper your team runs into the playoffs, the better your theme team is going to get. So once again, shout out Jaden Daniels. So we are on MUT.GG right now. This content should go live at 1:30. Knowing EA, you can never know exactly for sure when content is going to go live, but for the last few Mondays minus last week, content was right on time at 1:30, so I really have no reason to believe it's going to be delayed. There was no holiday break or anything in between too, so I do expect these cards to be fully live at 1:30. Of course, we'll cover that this afternoon. Taking a look though, what we got right here, Sauce Gardner. This card is going to be so unbelievably expensive. It is a 6'3", 200-pound corner with 96 speed. This is the best defensive back in the entire game with 94 zone, 95 man, 94 jump. He's going to be an absolute monster. And this guy right down here, I do not agree with this take whatsoever. I enjoy the whole vintage LTD part of the promo. It brings back old cards, and typically old cards tend to be really good. There is a reason they are getting brought back. 94 overall Sauce, going to be very good for a very long time, will be very expensive. Brian Cushing is up next. Pretty cool card right here. 6'3", 255 pounds. I was trying to figure out the theme of AKA icons. I literally just think it's random players. They said it's the newest stars, but Brian Cushing, when did he retire? Either way, this card is going to be pretty solid. He retired in 2017, but still, like, that's almost 8 years ago now. So these aren't the newest stars like they said in the description, so I don't really know what it's going to be. Zeke is also not a new star. Is Zeke washed? I'm pretty sure Zeke is washed. This is a cool card. Obviously, 94 speed is not what you want to see, but that's a funny comment. Isn't he a center? Either way, should be pretty good. Cowboys fans, get excited with this one. If you don't know, AKA cards, they do have glowing X factors. Again, we'll cover that all this afternoon. Glowing X factors, they're going to be fun. Taking a look, this is the Sauce Champion right here. 6'3", 200-pound corner with 95 speed. This is, again, like, his LTD version might be the best corner, and this one might be the third best corner in the game. It's like, they're so good. I think Sauce cards typically play very good as well. Cam Jernigans is a center. It's a center. Eagles fans, I guess, get excited, but the big one we have dropping this week is actually going to be Marcus Mariota. Depending on release and ability stack, this might be the best quarterback in the game. And you guys can see right there, the Commanders theme, team legend, Eagles, Falcons, Raiders, Titans. He got passed around. Mariota, though, yeah, we are probably going to be picking you up today. Card should be an absolute monster. With that all said, boys, is everything we got this morning. Once again, the link to join my official Discord server is in the top of the description. If you guys did enjoy this video, get on there and drop a like. That is everything we got this morning. If you guys have any questions, feel free to hit me up on Discord, Twitter, YouTube, comment section, basically anywhere you can get a hold of me, I will respond. But until then, I love you guys. Have a fantastic rest of your Monday morning. Go Commanders, baby, and let's go. Peace, cats. Have a good one.